All right, well, we're back to discuss Jason Bourne, and if you saw a review, the the movie's all right. It's not great. It has some big problems. So, what are those big problems? Starting with the plot. The plot feels very much tacked on to the rest of the series. Some of the previous movies have done a fairly good job of integrating back into the plots of the other movies. This one goes back further than any of them and tells the story about his dad, and it's not very compelling. It just sets up a revenge plot that's really lame and predictable. They bring back Julia Stiles. They do a good job of concealing that they're bringing her back just to kill her. Like, that part of it's executed well. You don't see that coming as well as, like, most of the rest of the movie. It's not quite as predictable as the rest of the movie. But they don't make that mean anything. Like, and that's actually the high point of the dramatic tension of the movie, which happens in the first, like, half hour. And then the rest of the movie is just, okay, well, we know where everything's going to go. Jason Bourne's not going to lose. Tommy Lee Jones is not going to win. And guess what? That's exactly what happens. It just takes a lot of action scenes for us to get there.
She also gets replaced really fast.
But she's not the new female lead is not like a romantic interest or anything like Julia Stiles' character was. Yeah, exactly.
Because if you remember in the first one, she wasn't even seen as a romantic person. But
and then they reveal that she was actually like his girlfriend before he went into the program, and they can't really pull that with the new one. It's just one of these head scratching things. It's like, why did they bring Matt Damon back to this series to tell such a boring story? Why not come up with something more compelling to do with him, or put him into, do another Jeremy Renner spin-off movie and have him be a part of it?
I will admit, some parts did seem rushed. Like, they just wanted to get the movie out as fast as they could.
I was bored. Like, I never felt like I was being rushed. I always just felt like, man, this action scene's just going to go on, isn't it? And it did.
I don't know how to defend against that, really.
It's just, it's one of these movies that's like a non-stop chase movie, and the stuff that ties it together is not very interesting, so you don't really... The stakes of the chase are not there. Some of the stuff that they're doing with, like, technology and those sorts of things, like, are so cheesy, and, like, you feel like you're being spoon-fed a lot of how things work.
And in one scene in particular, they go to a hotel, and there's a convention there. Everything Jason Bourne needs happens to be sat out, easily within reach, and there's nobody around watching the items.
Right.
It's like, what? Not even realistic here.
Yeah. Well, and there was... I cannot remember what the line was. Maybe you can. When they go... At the very beginning of the movie, when Julia Stiles goes to that, like, hacking compound... They translate and subtitle one line of somebody in the background, and they say something completely redundant and stupid. Like...
Is power on?
No, it was before that. It's like when she first got there, they said something like, use the file transfer protocol to FTP the file to me. It was something like that redundant and stupid, but like something that if you don't know anything about computers, you can read and go, oh, okay, that's what they're talking about. But it was just this one line that gets translated from the background. You're like, why even tell us that? Like, it doesn't matter. They're just people messing with computers. I felt like maybe... What did you think about, like, Matt Damon in general? Like, because I felt like, for the fact that he's the star of this movie, he's not in most of this movie. Like, you don't see his face very much. He's...
Yeah,
There's stuff being, like, flushed past the camera all the time, but he's not...
It feels like it's less about him, more about the other people in the movie.
I agree. And for a movie called Jason Bourne, it really felt like it was about that new CIA agent whose name I don't even remember.
Heather Lee.
Okay.
I remember that.
Yeah. And her plan completely fails by the end of the movie. Like, they reveal that too. If they didn't reveal that at the end of the movie, it would be a great cliffhanger for another movie. But
Right.
it's not. It's like, nope, Jason Bourne has to win all the time, every time. And we have to wrap this up with a bow in case Matt Damon decides he never wants to come back. So.
I kind of wish they would make a 6th movie and have Matt Damon be against Jeremy Renner.
That would be good.
Have that be a brawl, but have it not be from Matt Damon's point of view. Have it be from
Jeremy Renner's point of view?
Yeah.
That would be good. Because, yeah, I mean, we kind of saw the blueprint for that with this. It's like, this is what a movie starring Matt Damon that doesn't really star Matt Damon looks like. Because he's just kind of missing. But yeah, there's a lot of better movies they could have made. They made this one, so unfortunately, it's not terrible. It's not like go and laugh at how poorly they did. It's just very, very bland and boring. So that's all I have to say about that. So that's Jason Bourne. If you like when we do these, please like the video, subscribe, check out all the written and video reviews at dalemaxfield.com, and thanks for watching.